Right, welcome back. So, how is your learning going on? I hope that you're really liking this course and that it's been worth your time in understanding this entire blueprint of online coaching business. Now, you've learned the different parts, you've learned how some of the things work together, the techniques to teach your students, and all this, how to get traffic and all. But there's still one very important component left, which is actually understanding the flow of how your business is supposed to be run. So right now you know the pieces, the different puzzle, and all these things are separate on their own. You know what encompasses your business, but you don't know exactly what should be the flow of the steps you should be taking when you run an online coaching business. How to actually put this together so that this all works very systematically without you having to spend a lot of money unnecessarily. This is where one of the biggest secrets of online marketing, not just online coaching, but I'm saying online marketing in general, or even marketing in general, comes into play, which is the secret is about learning what a marketing funnel is. Understanding how a marketing funnel works is perhaps the most important thing you can learn when it comes to an online coaching business, because there are so many people who try different types of online businesses or even normal businesses, and you know that a lot of them do not succeed. That's because they don't pay attention to this secret, the secret of a marketing funnel. Once you understand what a funnel is and how it works, you'll actually understand how businesses work. That is the main thing. You can actually apply the strategy that I'm just going to be talking about to anything, not just an online coaching business. But to understand a marketing funnel is very important. I'll be talking more about it when we go into our laptop. So let's start this process. All right, welcome back. So you've understood the whole setup, you've understood the different teaching methods, but like I said, nothing is going to work till the time you understand the selling and the marketing system, because that's where you're going to make sales. That's where your cash flow is going to come in, and that's where your business will survive and thrive. Okay, so let's try to understand this. So the number one mistake is not understanding the marketing and selling system, because till the time this happens, everything else is of no use. Okay, so when it comes to the objective, what are we trying to understand by saying that what is this selling system? So there are two things. Your marketing and your selling system should be, first of all, such that it should work even when you're not working. Okay, almost, I'm not saying this has to be absolutely perfect, that it has to be completely automated. No, but a majority of it has to be automated. That means even if you're not working, there are the softwares and those other things which I'm going to show you, which are working behind your back, and they're doing most of your work, just like if you would have employees, and I'm going to tell you how that works. And for all this to work, you need to understand the concept of building a marketing funnel. Okay, so this word might be new for you, but this perhaps is the most important word in marketing. Okay, we were taught this when I was doing MBA also. I never paid attention, but now I realize when I run my own business how important it is to have the concept, to understand the concept of a funnel and to execute it. Now, most of you might not be marketing and sales people, right? So let me first of all make you understand whatever I'm going to teach you in this particular video through the help of a very simple example. Okay, so I'm just going to go over and open up this sketchbook, where what I'm going to do is we're going to take an example. Let's say that you're this person, okay, and you've just shifted into a new city. And I'm completely taking an offline example just to make you understand, okay? And you are really interested in fitness and you want to join a gym. Okay, you shifted to this new city and you want to join a gym. So how does your choosing process work? Let's say near your house there is Gold's Gym. Okay, now the moment you hear about this, what is the likely step? If you're really in need of a gym, you know that Gold's Gym is already good, so you'll probably go there, and whatever price they're offering, you'll take it, right? You won't think too much about this. But why? Have you ever asked yourself why? But there's a clear answer for that. The answer is that Gold's Gym is something that you trust. This is a very important word. And an equally important word is you are familiar with it. Right? So you don't mind paying. You know that Gold's Gym is a good brand. You've heard about it, you've read about it, and it's been there for a long time. Now, let's take another example. Let's say also very close to your house, there is a new gym which is open, which is called Kush Gym. or Kush's Gym. Okay. Now, when you see this gym, you will not immediately take a membership here. Now, why is this the case? Because these two things are missing. You don't trust it. You're not familiar with it. This is just a local gym for you. This is, I mean, you don't know what's happening inside, how the staff is, whether they're hygienic inside, and all these things. Okay, how they treat their customers, what is their pricing like. But basically, you are not familiar with Kush's Gym. Now, Kush has two alternatives. One is how can you gain someone's trust and how can you become familiar with them so that they ultimately take your membership? Traditionally what businesses do in order to do this is they advertise like crazy. So if I see Kush's Gym one day next to my house, I don't take any action. But I'm reading my newspaper and I see Kush's Gym ad here. Then I start to become a bit familiar. I said, okay, I saw this gym, now I'm seeing the ad. Then the next day, maybe on the radio, as you're driving in your car, you hear about Kush's Gym and maybe a celebrity is endorsing it. Or maybe someone you really know, an influencer is endorsing this. Now your trust and familiarity increases. Okay, and now I can definitely go ahead and maybe even think about purchasing a membership, right? But what is the problem with this approach? There's no problem for the customer. Problem is for the business. Advertising, getting endorsers, and using radios, TVs, newspapers, all these things can definitely increase the trust and familiarity, but the problem is this all will cost the business a lot of money. So this is definitely one of the ways. You will have to advertise, there's no doubt about that. But a better way is, in order to grace trust and familiarity, is by giving something away which this person can take and will add value to them. For example, if Kush's Gym has a board outside which says 2-day free trial, okay? Now, even if this person or you had not read about Kush's Gym anyway, but they're giving a 2-day free trial. This is the keyword, free. What will happen is you might just forgive this part. And you might say, you know what, it's okay, it's free, I'm not going to lose anything, let's at least check out how this gym is. And then once you go there, and I have done a good job in my gym, and you come away with a good 2-day experience, what's going to happen? You will instantly get this. Even though I am not spending too much of money like this. So giving something away to your customer for free is one of the best tactics you can use to gain their trust and familiarity, and then ultimately turn them into your customers and generate sales, okay? Now this all must be slightly sounding weird because you might be thinking, Kush, but we have an online coaching business, so how will this whole thing work? And you were saying something about the funnel, where does that come into play? So I'm going to explain you everything, don't worry about it, okay? So let's quickly try to see how this will work in the online coaching business. And I'm also going to be showing you this practically at Creative Pad Media, how we do this, okay? So when it comes to online courses, how to make your prospects familiar with yourself, there are two strategies. First is give away free courses, okay? This is going to gain a lot of traction, familiarity, and trust from your customers because people will take free courses whether they have heard of your brand or not. Because what is your problem here? Your problem is the same problem that you're facing that Kush's Gym was facing. When you start your online coaching business, nobody knows you. Like tomorrow, if Shah Rukh Khan or if Tom Cruise starts an online coaching business, let's say they start an acting school, they won't have to do all this. They won't have to create a funnel like I'll be telling you about. They can simply keep the price at whatever they want. Why? Because they are popular. People already trust them and know them, but that's not the case with us. So we have to gain that trust and familiarity through free courses because people straight away won't take your paid courses, especially if they're at very high cost. Okay. And the second is, so one is you can give away free courses. The second thing you can do is you can give them an offer that they can't refuse. So if you don't want to give away free courses, that's fine. You can price your courses initially in such a way that it's an offer which they cannot refuse. So I'm going to show you both the strategies because I follow both these strategies over at Creative Pad Media. Okay, so let's go here at Creative Pad Media. Now, if you go on my homepage and if you go to the online courses part, So like I said, I have 10 of these courses, right? And most of them are paid. But I also have, if you go down here, I also have this Photoshop course, which is originally was for 1249, but I'm giving this away at 99. Okay, this is an offer which nobody can refuse. If you're interested in learning Photoshop, 99 is nothing for you. Even coffees cost more than 99 rupees. Okay, so this is an example of an offer you cannot refuse. If you head down there, I have a vlogging course which we released, which is completely free. This gets a lot of downloads without even advertising it. People are just, the moment I put this on Udemy for free, I had like 1,000 downloads in just 2 or 3 days. Okay, completely, I did not do anything. Just because it's free, people are taking it. Then also, we have a free photography course. Okay, where people just write their email address here and they get access to this particular free photography course. Now, what happens? What is exactly happening here? Okay, let's go back to our sketching book. I'm giving away 3 things: 99 Photoshop course, vlogging course free, and a free photography course. Okay, I am advertising these, mainly this one. These I'm not advertising right now, but I can also advertise. But I'm advertising this through Facebook, like I showed you before. Once people either buy this course or take these 2 free courses, they are ultimately giving me their email address. So what happens is they go where? You must have guessed. They go right into my email autoresponder or email marketing software, Aweber. And here, once they go in, I have all these lines, follow-up messages lined up. Free, here's a free photography course for you. So the moment they sign up for that free photography course, they get this message and I give them this link to the photography course. And then I keep, after every 2-3 days, I keep sending them different emails: recommended photography and videography equipment, photography tips of the day, take our quiz and find out where you stand. And after some time, I also send them something like this: have you checked out our photography and videography premium online courses? And that's where, through that email, I'll redirect them through this. So what is happening here? Okay, how am I working on the familiarity? Okay, so they go into my email. Through email, I warm them up. That means I make them familiar through my content. Through my emails, I also am telling them to follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. For example, you'll see one of the things here. Probably I'm not able to find it right now, but between these, I also send them an email like, follow us on Instagram. So people even follow me on Instagram, on Facebook page, and there also I'm producing content. Again, that also warms them up. Once they get warmed up, they can turn into buying customers, okay? Not before that. Before that it can be, but it can be tough. But if you warm them up, they can definitely buy. So how does the concept of marketing funnel, what are we exactly doing? How does a funnel exactly look? Now, what is a funnel? You must have seen when you, for example, sometimes when you fill your petrol through a funnel on your bike. So funnel, something looks like this. Okay. That means it's broad at the top and it's narrow as it goes down. So what is happening here at the top of the funnel? What is happening is this part where you're giving away this free, this has a lot of people. Why? Because the barrier to their purchasing decision is very low. So they can easily make this decision. So they go, this represents the top of the funnel. That means this is broad. So broad will represent that free part. Then what will happen is, let's say you show this to 10,000 people. Obviously, not all 10,000 people who see your Facebook ad will take this. But at least a good amount of them will take, and they will go into your funnel at the top here. Then what will happen is you start warming them up. The middle part is the warm up. Right now they're cold. Now you're warming them up through your content. So what are you doing? You're sending them good emails. You're telling them about your business. You're telling them about your social media. You're telling them about the testimonials of the other people who have done your courses. You're educating them about the courses. You're also providing them other free, valuable content. So what is happening every time? They are coming to know you better. So again, we come back to those words. You're building trust and familiarity. Okay. And that is happening in the middle part of the funnel. And ultimately, not all people will follow through the funnel, but some people will convert here. That means you can put your offers here, the final offers, right? You can tell them, okay, listen, we have some premium courses, okay? And finally, some of them will come and you will sell your courses and they will become your customers. And then you can repeat this process with them, right? Direct them through another funnel. If you have a higher course, which is even priced higher, take them into another funnel, which will serve that. So you can have endless funnels like that, but don't worry about that right now. As long as you just understood this concept that you're giving something for free, warming up through them content, warming them up through the content that you're producing through your emails, Instagram, Facebook, social media, and your blogs, and all these other things. And then you warm them up, and then is the time that once they get exposed to your business again and again and again, that is the time they will ultimately turn into buying people. In fact, in marketing, there has been a lot of research which has been done, and then they say that it takes on an average 7 to 8 exposures of your business before people actually trust you enough to buy something for you. Okay, and this just doesn't apply to the online world. Even in my offline world in Creative Pad Media, when I used to do my workshops, initially, I never priced my workshops very high. Okay, of course, I didn't even give them for free, though you can do that also. That's a very popular strategy in offline workshops. People do them for free. But I used to just, do it for like just 500 rupees workshops. Okay, just to test out the market, just to gain that trust so that I can get some photos also, I can get some social proof also, I can get some testimonials. But basically, initial part has to be an offer they can't refuse. You'll have to think that about in your business, how to exactly go. But again, I repeat, do not make the mistake of jumping the funnel and directly starting your ads from here. That means you have a 5,000 rupees course and you directly start advertising that. Yes, you might get sales, but it probably won't be sustainable, and you'll be burning a lot of money in order to get that. This is a much better way to initially get traction, to initially get followers, to make a brand out of your business first, and then start selling is the key. This was what I wanted to teach you in this particular video. I hope that you like this video about the marketing and selling system. This was just a very rough video, but I still thought this will help you out. So I hope you like this video. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.